nostalgia right there. So just wanted to do a quick walk around of pickup truck that just got dropped off yesterday. I have another little Toyota that I've also picked up from Florida, and I did a kind of an unboxing review prior to doing anything to it. So this is more so for my own documentation, just so I can kind of see it before. But you know, if anybody wants to see this and kind of see what an old Toyota looks like, this is what they look like. So this is a 1987 Toyota pickup. This was pre-Tacoma, so this is what they were called. They were called the pickup truck, and you know, they had many or a couple different versions of this. This was one of the last years before they went to the Tacoma. There's still a version after this. So anyways, this is an 87 Toyota pickup. It does have air conditioning. It is carbureted, and just kind of wanted to do a little peek. It is a Florida car. It has absolutely, I mean, it has patina rust, but from as far as underneath the carriage and everything, there's no rust. You know, the interior is going to definitely need some work. You know, the armrest is a little worn down. The seat is obviously definitely worn down. The bench could use some cleaning, you know, if we even wanted to go that far, or if I wanted to go that far. The interior is okay. I mean, it is a, you know, 30-something-year-old car. I can't even do the math, but you know, the dash is cracked, but it has potential. You know, I've seen some seats on the marketplace. It's not going to be hard finding a seat. Carpet is $150 delivered. Last time I cleaned the carpet up, I'm not even going to clean this one up. I'm just going to go ahead and replace it. And then there's a guy selling interior parts out in Wisconsin that I've been talking to already before the truck even showed up about the dash. I'll show you the dash here in a second. This is old school, so roll up windows. Gotta love that. Like I said, the carpet is very dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. From this side, it looks good, right? But that cushion is pretty bad. I'll go ahead and show you. I mean, so that's what the dash looks like. I mean, that thing is cracked. It's not even worth saving. A lot of paperwork. This old man that owned it, you know, used to take it to the same, this Eric's, it's a Yoda shop, Eric's Wrench. A lot of receipts. Somebody did upgrade aftermarket radio on it. There's a couple little speakers in the back. I don't know, man, whatever. Old school, man. There's not much to show here. This is actually pretty cool. So to drop the spare tire, which is underneath the bed, you need this bar to get in there, and then you also use the same bar for your jack to get the car jacked up, and then right over here is your four-way to get the lugs off. So kind of a cool little thing here. I like the single glass, no sliding window. I'm not a fan of sliding windows. Somebody did upgrade some speakers here, but you know, it's just an old truck. You know, once we square out this interior, I mean, there's no rust. There's no rust in the rocker panels. There's no rust on the doors. The undercarriage is completely clean. Brand new 14-inch tires. They're hand cooked, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep them. Locking fuel door. I mean, it's still got all the main components. The guy was trying to tell me that this was a factory, but as you can see, there's a hole here, and you know, the Japanese, they don't like leaving holes with nowhere to go. So somewhere along the line, that's gonna have to come off. I'm missing a trim ring on the back. I do have 3, but they're easy to get. You know, 14-inch trim rings are actually a thing. And then the only really big dent is this tailgate has this big giant dent in the back. I don't know, that's definitely not getting filled. So It's either getting replaced or seeing if somebody can pull it. My concern is this little lip right here. And then apparently the guy had a camper on this. You see there's a little rubbing in the back, but he had a camper on this, and this was his latch. He ground out a hole there so he can, can't even see that, so he can close his latch. This is obviously gone. Bed's pretty clean. This was purchased somewhere in South Carolina, and then lived its whole life in Florida. I mean, this is just patina rust, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of like it. Obviously, the decals have been baked on for many years, many Florida years. These are not going to be easy to take off. Another missing antenna. This is a bullet. You have to manually adjust your mirrors, just like you have to manually roll up your windows, just like you have to manually lock and unlock your doors. I mean, there's no power door locks in this thing. It does have air conditioning. And you know how I know? I mean, I don't know. I mean, actually, no, they didn't just write it in there, but this is a pretty common thing for these older Toyotas. Is for this panel to break. Looks like there was a clock here at some point. So I'll go ahead and get that fixed. I can't see the buttons for the shifter. This is what has gotten everybody. There's a little button to release the key. And I mean, I don't know if you remember those or ever seen those, but you can't get the key out unless you release that button. And you're just like, why is this thing beeping at me? I mean, this is considered a dome light. Aww. It's just a tired little bulb. Inside's pretty clean. I'll go ahead and show the like I said, the undercarriage is pretty clean. I'm not going to do a whole lot there just because you've seen one, you've seen them all. I mean, this is, like I said, it's a Florida car, so there is no rust. I poked inside the frame rails before purchasing. There's no rust hiding anywhere. It's just a clean bed. There's no road salt that would have eaten this thing up. Even the metal sounds different. Like, this is not the, I gotta say, today's Japanese metal has to be about half of this. A prop rod. There she is, the old 22R, Toyota's most widely used pickup, or I don't want to say widely, I don't know the numbers on it, but it's definitely a very popular engine for pickup trucks. This was even used in the four-wheel drive versions. This obviously is an automatic. Does have power brakes, does have power steering, does have air conditioning. It does have duct tape. There's a problem with it right now upon acceleration. You know, it turns on fine. It's the carburetor, so you got to pump it a couple times before you start it, and once she gets going, she'll idle fine, but when you try to take off at initial acceleration, she hesitates. You got to find that sweet spot. So I did notice the vacuum line is missing. I did notice that there's, like I said, there's duct tape here, and I don't know what's supposed to be set up here, and I'm assuming that vacuum line goes to something over here, and you know, vacuum could cause something like that. But it isn't a carburetor. I mean, I don't know crap about carburetors, so this is going to be a thing. I do have parts coming. I'm going to do initial tune-up, and then if I feel like it, I might just do a timing chain. The truck does have 140,000 miles, so it is due for a timing belt or timing chain, and then maybe a carb adjustment, a good carb cleaning, coolant flush. I got some, I'm gonna have to order a lot of gaskets. You know, head cover, I'm sorry, valve cover gasket and oil pan gasket are definitely bad. You know, I'm sure some of the cam seals and the crank seals are bad, so I have to clean all that up, get all this dirt and mold off of here, give it a good wash, and then go from there. So anyways, just wanted to give you a quick walk around. Like I said, this is a walk around of my 87 Toyota pickup. It is a Florida car. It's the beginning of a project. If you're watching this, you may be seeing some other videos on my channel. I do have a 2000 first gen Tacoma that I also brought up from Florida, and did a restoration on that. So I like this truck. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching.